Good morning, FlossTube. How is everybody today? Today is Friday, December 1st, and I'm here for my, I guess, late November, 1st of December. Yeah, 1st of December. Whoa, how'd that happen? 1st of December update. Today is brought to you by Starbucks mug, Starbucks Christmas blend coffee, the best coffee. Not sponsored, just really like it. And chocolate caramel creamer. So good. Still hot, but so good. So I should be really good and wired by the time I go to work in a couple hours. So yeah, everybody good? Yeah? I feel like Coffee Stitcher when I say that. Yeah, excuse all this glory because, you know, I'm on this new schedule, going to work at 11 a.m. and getting off at 11 p.m. I see nobody. I talk to nobody except McKenna on her live videos that I happen to catch during the day or when I get off at work at night at 11 because she's a glutton for punishment and she does live videos all the time. Works for me because I can talk to somebody. And then I don't go to sleep till 2 a.m. and it's now roughly 9 a.m. and I have to be back at work in 2 hours. So I have to learn how to sleep again. Well, it's dark. I don't know how to do that yet. I'll figure it out one day. About the time they get ready to change me over again to some other schedule. I don't know. Anyway, until then, Starbucks Christmas coffee. I buy it every year, buy the bag full, put it in my freezer, stockpile it, and I drink it all year. Works for me. So I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. We did. We had two of our children with us. My oldest daughter went to her husband's family, and we had 3 of the grandchildren with us. And guess what I did not do? I didn't cook. Yay me. We went out to eat along with, it seems like, most of the people in the next county. But it was good, and I didn't have to worry about cleaning up. And then I had no leftovers to deal with, and came home and took a nap. It was great. It's great. So next up is Christmas, and we have to figure out what we're going to do because y'all guessed it, I gotta work. So no, we don't have Christmas tree up or trees. I do 2 big trees and a couple little trees, but all that's going up this weekend. And then after that, there's going to be some pretty major changes here in our home, which I'll get into in a couple later videos. But it's all good and we're all okay, and we'll get to that later. So let's get into what we've been doing around here. I've got some whips. I don't have any, well, I take that back. I do have a finish, but it's not mine. And just a tiny little bit of haul. And some plans. The best laid plans, they say, right? Y'all know me and plans, they tend to jump out the window, but we're going to see what we can do with them anyway. So since I have so little haul, I'll just jump right into that. And it's actually just my monthly things that arrive anyway. So, crinkle, crinkle. Here we go, y'all. It's not much, so if you don't care for that, just block it out for a minute, because it is what it is. I got my November Color and Cotton, which y'all know we adore Color and Cotton from Angela, and they're so pretty. So pretty. Love these colors. I'm showing up pretty well. I love this yellow buttercream. Love them. And y'all know I do incorporate these into a lot of my stitching. I will use these and sub these out in a quick minute. So, and I'm guessing that the December ones will be coming in any day now, because I wait so long to make a video, but it is what it is. So can't wait to see what's coming up for those. And then I finally got my latest installment in my Brooks Books. It's hard to say. Brooks Books Princess line. This December should have been the last in the installment in the 12-month series. She's had some design issues or what have you. Y'all have heard me. I'm just gonna let that go, and we'll get them all eventually. And what I have gotten, I've been very pleased with. Although I've only stitched Belle. We're going to talk about that in a minute, my plans. But the latest, she's called the Desert Princess, but it's actually Jasmine. Isn't she gorgeous? Absolutely love her. And I'm kind of thankful on this one that there is no ribbon. There we go. Because the metallic ribbon that she had been using on some of hers is extremely hard to source. And the memory wire that she had used for some of her little roses and things like that, memory wire is discontinued. And they have been replacing it with hot wire from DMC, which I despise. That stuff is hard to use. I don't like it. Luckily, I had found a bag full of memory wire before I really even knew what the stuff was for or how to use it at Joann's on clearance last year for like $1 a spool, and bought every color they had so I can sub out when I need it. So I probably bought 20 spools of that stuff. But my person, when she saw this, and she loves Jasmine, but Aurora's her favorite, Aurora and Belle. And she informed me with a quickness that Jasmine does not wear red except when she's with Jafar. She only wears blue. Thank you, Miss 4.5-year-old. I know everything about Disney princesses. I got that. I'm not stitching her in blue. She will be done as charted, because I don't know if y'all can see, but check out all those beads. If y'all don't know me by now and know that I love beads, just wait. So yeah, love her. Love her, love her. She's gorgeous. And then December 1st, y'all. December 1st. Got to open my Stitchy box today. Trisha, I held out. I did not open my Stitchy box till today. Talia, how about you? Did you hold out? And I only opened day one. Day one. Because I do like the idea of coming in every day and saying, ooh, I have a present to open today. It's like somebody thought about you. Somebody got you a present for every single day. It's like the 12 days of Christmas, but every day. So today, for day one, in my Stitchy box, was a little waxer in the shape of a little pine tree. And on the back it says, sorry, got my big old hand there. It says, I'm pining for you, F-I-R, like a fir tree. And it's from noteworthyneedle.com. How cute is that? And I do like waxers, I know. And I'm a proponent of Thread Heaven. I did not buy up any when they went out of business. I already had 3 or 4 unopened boxes, so I didn't rush out and get any. But I do have waxers, and I had gotten some in a couple of Addicts packs from Heaven and Earth Designs, and that's how I actually started using them. And I do like them. So I have a couple already from Stitchy box that I haven't used because really I just thought they were too pretty. But I have used a couple from Heaven and Earth Designs. So I've got like one for metallics and one for dark threads. And I will say, if me personally, if I'm using one for lighter colored threads, I won't use the same one for dark threads because I don't want it to transfer. I don't know that it will, but don't know that it won't. And I did use one on the floss that I received from XU Designs, and it was that dark blue hand-painted cotton floss, and some of the color transferred off onto my waxer. And so unless I use another dark colored floss on that particular waxer, I won't use it for anything else. So this one would probably be used for lighter colors because I won't mix them up. I don't want to take a chance on anything bleeding on anything else or back onto my fabric. So day one, stay tuned for more because I'll post them on Instagram, probably 3 or 4 days together. So I like that. So that's it for my haul. I haven't purchased anything. Haven't purchased anything that's come in. I did drop my Floss of the Month from Mo's sale, which I'm kind of sad about, kind of, sort of. But now that Trisha at 3 Owls is going to be offering her Floss of the Month Club for the weeks and the color, classic color works and the gassed threads, I need to build those up. So, sorry Mo, I dropped Mo's so that I could pick up the gassed from Trisha because I need to build up my gassed. Yeah, gassed is my favorite. I haven't used very many classic color works. I usually just buy those as needed, and I'll continue to do that, but I really like gassed, so I'm gonna go with that for right now. So can't wait to get that started and see what she sends me, because those are my favorites. So, yeah. And then I did order one of the soda stitch patterns that she's carrying. And it's white dresses. And it's like silhouettes of 4 white dresses. And they almost look like either wedding or cocktail prom style dresses on maybe dressmakers forms. You could do them on different color fabrics and do them in different colors or variegated or what have you. You know, I thought a person would like that. Obviously. I mean, she's a person, she's girly, whatever. My only finish for the month, it is what it is my ornament for the Weasley Ornament Exchange. And I'm going to give y'all a little peek. A couple people have seen this, and I really like it. And I'm kind of sad I didn't do 2 or 3 of these because I really wanted to keep one. And I might have to go back and do myself one of these. But it's not finished as a hanging ornament. It's I finished it more as a standalone. And I really hope that my recipient likes it. So, here we go. I did 2 because why not? I'm gonna have to. She's gonna have to figure out this bow situation. She can clip them, she can tack them, however she wants to do them. These are from a very old cross-stitching Country Crafts ornament issue from 1991. And they were finished on little mini scroll rods. And obviously I chose not to do that. I chose to fringe them and then attach them to this charger plate. And obviously I added a bow and some picks at the top. And I just made the bow and stuck it on there. So that'll get mailed out this morning. And she can, you know, either put that on a coffee table or prop it up on a shelf or in her kitchen or however she chooses. And I hope she enjoys that because I enjoyed making them. And I hope she likes them. And that's my finish for the month. That's it, peeps. That's it. Well, I have another one, but it's super secret, and I'll have to show you guys a picture of it after the recipient gets it because it's a surprise. Okay, on to my whips. Speaking of beading, everybody has seen Dr. McKenna Busby Designs on Etsy. Hello, Reese. Would you like to join us? Come here. No? Change his mind. This is, oh, you stink. Dr. McKenna. I know a lot of people, including McKenna, who started this stitch along for the original Plague Doctor, stitched that, and then Busby Designs came out with this one. I did not stitch the original, and when this one came out, she grabbed my interest because I just love the hat and the flowers. And so this is the one with just the black symbols. There is one that's all filled in with the rest of the colors, which it is a pretty much monochromatic design, but there are grays and other colors in here. This is the one with just the black. So I had the bright idea that I'm going to do this in just beads, because I'm just crazy like that. So here's where I am. And I'm glad that I'm looking at it like this, because I can actually see some progress instead of just seeing a bunch of beads. It's better when you look at it through a different perspective, I think, sometimes. This is one full page here, and then this is starting on another. And my wonderful needle minder here is actually from McKenna, from her Amazon store many moons ago. And I am using Nymo thread to bead with. And my beads are Delica size 11. And the fabric is 28 count Black Cold Sun in Opalescent from Color Cascade Fabrics, which is amazing. So, just like the real McKenna sparkles, so shall she. I love this. It is not hard to do this, y'all. I love beading. I did a lot of beading on Miss Christmas Eve, which reminded me how much I actually like beading. And then I thought, why not just bead a whole piece? I mean, look at that sparkle in the fabric. Hallelujah. That's great. I do kind of sometimes have to be careful about what time of day I'm working on it and what angle. And I had it on my scroll rods, and I couldn't get it at the right angle to be able to see the holes. I'm just going to have to move it back to my Q-snaps. So I do try to put a few beads in it every day or so, but if I can sit down and actually have the time to work on it, it does move pretty quickly. It's just finding those few minutes that are difficult sometimes. So, ooh, sparkly. Sparkly. Yeah. That's my beaded McKenna, and I love her. Love her. I really like this hair. It's gonna have to go. Really like to get her done and take her to New Jersey and show her off. That would be great. Speaking of New Jersey, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. Enough of that. Next whip. Halloween at Hulk Run Hollow. Everybody knows what it looks like. We all know I'm working on it. We all know I'm obsessed. We all know I'm Halloween 365. Can't believe I'm drinking out of a Christmas cup. It's because it was tall. It held more. Whatever, blah, blah. So, I'm working on the third block down from the right-hand side. Where is it? Sorry. Glare, but. So I have the Belfry done. I have Jack, Debbie, and Donna, the two old crows, done. And I'm down here in the Pepe's. My nose. I'm sorry, y'all. and the Pepe's done. Well, I'm working on that. And here's where I am. So, if you've seen any of my recent Instagram posts or stories, hey, you can actually see that second Pepe showing up a little bit right here. They're really hard to see on this fabric until you start filling in the background. I have been, my tagline was that I was doing manual labor at work, which we all know does not happen. But that I was shoveling dirt. Now I'm using two separate colors for my fill dirt, and I'm using a mixture of Color and Cotton Quarter Horse and Week Style Works Mocha. And I am doing each stitch individually to get the variegation, because I don't mind doing that. I know a lot of people just do the whole row and come back, but I don't mind doing one stitch at a time. And then I'll stitch with a strand of that and then switch to a strand of the other color to get that variegation. And then there's my second Pepe that's upside down. And you can see the little glowworms a little bit. So there's one more Pepe to go over here on the side and then finish off that block. And this is my journey piece, one of my journey pieces for my sampler guild. And my goal is to have 6 blocks. 6 blocks of this done by next October. So the way my OCD works, it will be these 3 blocks, this block, probably this block, and these 2. Because I'll work down and then across and down. So that will give me 6. So to have 6 completed, it would end with the witches. Now if I finish all those before October, I will keep going because I'm really excited to get to these train block here, because I have big plans for that stonework. And I know that I will not skip over from here to here just because that's just not the way my brain works. But I do have big plans for some Moselle silks for this, for the stonework. So that's one of my whips. And then I did work a little bit on, I'll take this off the little hoop because it's quick. Everybody knows that afternoons in whatever city, is it Country Cottage Needleworks, and I'm working on Paris. Sorry about the glare, I'm not taking it out. And I've gotten almost all of it done. Now this is done on a 32 count Twilight Blue linen that I had in my stash. Some of the colors are showing up really well. It is showing up better on video to me than it is on the actual fabric. My little needle minder. It says Belle's Book Cafe. That's from Jen at Delicious Threads. And the little suitcases, which I thought was cute for travel. Came in a So Much to Love bag. That's a little extra. Got my little tire done for my bicycle. Actually, the greens are showing up a little bit better on the video because they kind of blend on the fabric to me, but I'm not going to take them out. A, because they're in there, and B, because it's the call for colors. Don't fuss at me, Drew. I know how you feel about that. Anyway, I think my favorite thing in here are those lampposts. I adore those lampposts. But my goal for the month, I think it's in Soulful Stitching Facebook group. One of their stitch alongs is a wrap it up stitch along. Is to finish out anything quick that you have. This will be mine. So that's going to be one of my goals for this month, is to get this finished, which I think is entirely doable. And then I do have a companion piece for that, which is Rome. Because as I've told y'all before, excuse me, I've told y'all before that my husband was born, adopted in Sicily. I do realize, you know, Sicily is an island. It's not part of Rome. It's whatever. But it's the sentiment that counts. If they made something that said Sicily on it, I would stitch that. But they don't, that I'm aware of. Y'all know something? Tell me. Anyway, got the threads for that. It will be stitched on the same linen. So maybe some of those little reds or darker colors will show up, you know, for that. Either way, I like them. They're going to hang in my house, not anybody else's. They're not gifts. That's really all that matters. So that's what's been going on and what will happen. And the Rome piece is going to be a stitch along in one of the groups for February for a travel piece. So that's one of my plans. I've been at work the past few days going through all of my groups. Probably way too many for me to even try to keep up with. And everybody's hosting stitch-alongs, and I've watched all of Danielle's videos, obviously. I mean, she's Stitcherista, who doesn't, you know? She's a wealth of information. And for those people, I don't do it. I've been stitching a long, long, long time. And it's not that I don't feel like I have the knowledge to film a tutorial. I just don't feel like I have the patience. Or, I don't know. I've taught a lot of people to stitch. I've taught a lot of people to crochet. I've taught some other crafts. I used to be a preschool teacher for 12 to 14 3-year-olds. I had patience. Along the way, as I've gotten older, and I don't want to put something out there online that somebody can come back and say, well, she taught me how to do this, and it is completely not right. It may not be right. It's the way I do it. That's not the way you want to do it. More power to you. That's the way I do it. I'll be glad to show you in person, should we ever meet. There's plenty of y'all I would love to meet. Matter of fact, my person has picked somebody that she thinks that we need to have play dates with, and I'm cool with that. But if people are willing to put themselves out there and film tutorials and take the time and share their knowledge, Danielle, Vana. There's a treasure trove, an absolute wealth and depth of knowledge in this community. People should really take advantage of it because they're giving of their time and their expertise, and they're not saying you have to do it the way they do it. They're just telling you what they do. So take advantage of it, people. It's there. It's there for you to use. So do it. I just don't do it. I have no idea where I was going with that, but there's my PSA for the day. Take advantage of your resources. Okay, rabbit hole. So, I have one more whip. I forgot. Oh, and I only have a black and white photo, but as y'all can see, I done sat back and got comfy. This is Heaven and Earth Designs, A Long Winter's Nap by Donna Gelsinger. This was started several years ago. It will be several years in the making because me, serial starter, and B, Heaven and Earth Designs, which are monsters, as we all know. I've gotten several pages done on it. 2 or 3, maybe 4 pages. I did not do like I normally do. Move this coffee. I'd be mad. And started on the left-hand side. I thought for this one I would start and follow the way that Hay recommends, starting in the top left corner. I normally start in the top right. So here's what I have, and I worked my way across, and I've now made it to the tree and to Santa. And on this page that I'm working on here, this is Santa's beard. So when I get down to the bottom of this page, I will have Santa's face. And it takes for me, in something this detailed, it takes a long time to see the details emerge. But when I look at it like this, I can see it. Like here, I can see an angel ornament. And here's a round ornament. But when you're looking at it close up, working on it, I can't see that. Both these needle minders are from Heaven and Earth Designs. They are available for order on their website. I'm assuming they are still available. They were the other day. This is one of this actual chart. So you can see what Santa's supposed to look like-ish. So I picked this back up for the Santa Sunday XS Stitch Along on Instagram. I don't get much done on Sundays at work or at home. It just depends on call volume and that type of thing, or, you know, whatever's going on, but every few stitches count, and I worked on it Sunday at work. You know, I got in about 300 stitches or so, but I'm not mad at it. You know, it is what it is. And 300 stitches on a Haid with this much confetti, I mean, that's nothing to be mad at. So, and yes, I'm still using my little bags from Amazon that I purchased for my project bags. They came, I want to say 10 or 12 to a pack for like, I want to say they were 10 to a pack for like $15. And they're They came in multicolor packs. I have this one, I have this one, and they have the little, that's what they look like on the inside, just plain. And they have a little zipper front. And for my little accessory bags, I just use all the little Ipsy bags that I had collected. I keep my scissors and any little specialty flosses in here. And I'm old school, and I use paper charts. I make copies, and I use the twistable Crayola pencil, colored pencils, and I clip everything to a clipboard. Yes, this is a head chart. Y'all figure this one out and tell me what it is. Y'all can stitch it. There's no way y'all know what this is. I clip it to there, and then I just mark them in. So, plans. I got them. You'll see how well they work out. So, this bag, the next 3 bags, woo, isn't that pretty? This is a So Much to Love bag. This is one of the first bags that I ever received from Karen. I love it. My person tries to steal it all the time because it has roses on it. And Rose is her middle name. This is the bag that I keep all of my Brooks Books princesses in, which Jasmine needs to be filed away. So, next up, and she's going to get started today because in Stitch Mania, one of their stitch-alongs is Disney in December. Something like that. So, I have been wanting to start this for a while. And here she is. Da-da-da. Y'all have all seen her because I've shown her before. You've seen her elsewhere, especially if you follow Brooks' pages. It's Cinderella. And I have chosen to do her a little bit differently with the background. She's going to go on this pink. It's not that bright. It's not neon. It's very baby pink. There. There's a little bit of modeling in it, not much. I probably won't do it on that side. I won't give her that much variegation. And when it comes time to do her ribbons and roses, I'll probably go with white. Unless I can find a real pale pink memory thread, which I'm not sure what I have. And then, or real dark pink. We'll see. So she's getting started today. Looking forward to that. In the meantime, I'm still going to work on my Hawk Run because I'm still really obsessed with that. I do have the accessory pack for her, which includes the beads, white and silver, and the perforated paper to stitch I'm pretty sure it's just to stitch her little choker, I believe. Yeah. Pretty sure it's just to stitch that little choker. I have silver memory thread. I might do her bows. Ooh, I just went real country. I might do her bows in that. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, start her today, peeps. So I also kitted up. This is another So Much to Love bag. My little witches, because you know, I have a little bad witch. She asked me the other day, "Person, do we have to be bad witches?" I said, "No, baby, you don't have to be a bad witch." Do I have to be a witch at all? No, you don't have to be a witch. Well, I think I want to be, but baby, that's up to you. Her imagination, I swear. Okay, so I kitted up. I've had this kitted up for a long time, but I've actually put it in a bag and said, we're doing this. This is Emmy. She's one of the pixies from Nora Corbett. There's only one chronic in here, and which for some reason I didn't put in this bag, but I do have it. And 3 beads, which I do. Oh, I do have it in here. My bad. These are the beads and the chronic. And I'll show you the fabric I chose. This is from Leslie at Under the Sea Fabrics, and I bought this probably a year ago for this purpose. And this is 32 count Lugana in River Styx. Let me double it so y'all can see it a little better. I think this will show up well. I had seen someone else doing her. Once I received this fabric, I was a little concerned that the black beads and all weren't going to show up well on here, but I think they are. So, Cross Stitch Finish Line in January has a stitch along called Serial Starts, S-E-R-I-A-L, and it's for it's a new start once a month on the first of the month for any series that you would like to join. Well, the Pixies are a series, so I have several of them. I want them all. Hasn't happened yet, but this is going to be one of them. The others that I have, maybe more. And then I also want to start the Main Street series. I have one more of those to get before I start those. I did kit up 3 more things. Yeah. This is another So Much to Love bag. This was from last year. Patchwork. I think it was one of the spring bags. And it has this very nice fabric on the inside. This is from Ink Circles, and it's called Metamorphosis. I love this. I bought this sometime last year. I absolutely adore this. However, I don't want to do it in a straight line. So I've been thinking about placement, and I talked to Bindi, Michelle, about it. She had the same idea I did. This is the fabric that I've chosen. I bought this at Katrina Boyd's retreat in Marietta. Pretty sure it's 32. I don't know what it is. It's an even weave. It's probably a Lagana. It's just a nice little model, buttery looking fabric. Another Ipsy bag. Isn't that cute? See, I have all my stuff in here. My goal is to have a pair of little scissors in every project bag, but that hasn't happened yet. So, you know, Donna, D Squared, you need to hook a sister up. Here's all the threads that go with it in the call for colors, because I really like them. And I think they work well on this fabric. I'm not sure when that will get started, but I kitted it up. So, I mean, it's in a project bag. It needs to happen. Not just, oh, I have it, and, you know. No, it needs to happen. But like I said, plans. Window. Making their escape. And then the last two are in the same bag. This is one of my Amazon bags. And I have my little Ipsy bag to go with. And I did adopt Emily C's little idea of using the luggage tag. And I love it. I like the little clinkiness of it. It's easy to read. And I've gotten to where I'm not crazy about scissors fobs on scissors, so I attach them to my bags. This is what I bought at our Giant November Stitch In. And these are, I think I showed these in my last videos. Primitive Hair Early Witches. And I purchased the Old Salem fabric that's called for to go with that. And I will just do these in the DMCs it's called for. It's 3, 6, 8 colors of DMC. And then this is the one that I'll start first because I just love it so much. It's my self-portrait. This is the White Witch. I've already made my working copies. White Witch, however, she's going to be done on, I already have my needle minders, on this 32 count spice. Don't ask me who the manufacturer is because I cannot remember. Donna, if you remember who this is that we picked out, comment for me. I'm changing up some of the colors in here. Can't remember what I decided to change them to right now. But I did pull for her skirt. I pulled a few. That's what I did. I pulled out a Weeks, a Gast, and 2 Gast, and a Weeks, because I'm going to change her skirt color. That might be too bright for you guys to see. anyway, I'm doing it kind of like a, y'all can't see that. I'm going to change it to off-white. Kind of a dirty linen. And then for her hair color, me. Not completely white, stark. I think that's supposed to be her skin tone, but I don't know about that. So that'll get started probably for dark October stitching. So no, I don't really have any Christmas stitching going. I'm okay with that. Usually if I have seasonal stitching, it's not during that season. I'm more of a seasonal stitcher for opposite time frames of the year. Does that make sense? Because I want to stitch for something that's going to be ready for when that season rolls around. Except Halloween, which I can do 365. So I hope that makes sense. So this is taking a little longer than I thought, but it's okay. It's been, I guess it's been a little more than a couple weeks. I'm not sure when I'll get to update again. Hopefully before Christmas, but if not, Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope y'all have a good, blessed, healthy, happy Christmas. What are we doing? I'm working on Christmas. We'll do our family Christmas at some point like we do every year. We have to, public safety, as well as all of you nurses and linemen and anybody who has to be on call. I know Emily's husband Jim has to be on call during various holidays, nights, weekends. You know, you give up a lot of family time, but you have to make it work, and it is what it is. You know, it's what you do. So for those of you, excuse me, who are able to be with your family, enjoy them. And y'all have a good day, have a good weekend, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.